All right. So thanks again, Derek. It really is a pleasure to have you finally meet you face to face,
Yeah.
quote unquote. um, so tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, the company you work for, and what state that you're living in currently.
Yeah. So my name's Derek Sleeps. I live currently in Florida. I'm from Seattle originally, but got tired of the constant cold and gray, so I moved down to where it's basically summer year round. Um, and the reason I was able to do that is because I basically started my own business actually 4 years ago, but got it to the point where I could do it full time 2 years ago.
Hmm.
And that's, so I run a marketing agency. I work with real estate investors primarily and do their inbound marketing. So these are things like Facebook, Google Ads, SEO, and so we have a team that, I manage and that helps, basically them grow their business and generate, more leads for what they're doing.
Hmm. Yeah. And so, how long after you moved to Florida did you reach out and give me a call?
Um, when was that? I feel like it was fairly quickly. I can't remember exactly because well, actually, actually thinking back, I think I had some sort of insurance from before that I knew could kind of be used down. Like I had an insurance from Seattle that I knew that could kind of be used
Hmm.
down in Florida if I needed to. But then I got to a point where the business was growing, and also I was thinking about doing surgery on my shoulder, possibly, or just at least exploring it. Um,
Hmm.
and I basically needed a better insurance because the one I had was you know it was kind of like a catastrophic type of insurance, if I remember right.
Hmm. Okay. And had you ever worked with a broker or brokerage previous to working with me?
So I had a friend in Seattle that is, I think, doing basically the same thing, or a
Hmm.
very similar business model. Then, he basically just found me something because again, I wasn't making as much money back then.
Hmm.
When I was trying to get the business up and more on its feet.
Hmm.
So I'd worked with him, and I'd known him for a long time, just as like a friend. But that's basically it. Otherwise, I've just gone through,
Hmm.
past jobs, whatever they've provided.
Okay. And when you called, what was the process like when working? Was it confusing, easy? What? How was your experience?
No, it was good because I just basically I think I found you online or something like that. I was just searching for someone to help me figure the insurance part out, and
Hmm.
I'm the type of person that always has a million questions, and so it was great that you were able just to kind of hop on a call and just answer all the questions, and it was very personable. Um, and I know that you had spent you kind of spent a lot of time with me, like kind of helping me figure out what was the best option and stuff because I really was seriously considering getting surgery on my shoulder. Didn't end up doing it because it just after I actually did see it and thought about my options, it just didn't make sense. But
Hmm.
the options were available to me, and so that was super helpful.
Yeah, I remember we did go line item by line item. You asked me a few times to try to clarify a few things just to make sure that things would be covered, your doctors would be in network, things would
Yep.
be paid. So more than happy to do that. That's why I have a job.
Yep.
Um, so uh, compared to like why work with a broker or call someone instead of trying to find solutions for yourself.
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. Like I can try to figure it out on my own, but it's just for me, it would just be it just take a lot more time. Whereas if I can just ask somebody questions and have them kind of walk me through the system, because the insurance system in the U.S., I mean, it's at least to me, it's confusing. Like there's a lot of things that I don't really understand, and so it's better to get to have someone kind of guide you through it. It just saves
Hmm.
saves a ton of time, and I don't have to go searching for answers on my own. You know,
Hmm.
otherwise.
And and by the end of the process, did you feel like you got that you were able to find the answers you needed? You felt comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. Every year is going to be different with the type of insurance probably that I'm going to want or need or be looking for as things change. But that's the benefit is of having someone like you that can kind of walk me through like, okay, this is where we're at now. This is maybe your options. That would be a good fit for this year. Things
Hmm.
like that.
Hmm. And has it actually helped you? Um, to have insurance or to purchase it?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like insurance, it's, it's when you run your own business, it's going to be more expensive, obviously, than if you had it covered through, if I had it covered through a full-time job. But since I'm, a business owner now, finding a good option is, I feel like, really important. Because I've always done kind of catastrophic plans, just to try to save money. But with my businesses that now, I still want to save money, but I do want to be fully covered. And so it's important that I, have a plan that covers what I need. So,
Okay.
and doesn't cost me like a crazy amounts of money either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. We're glad we could help find that for you. And so in the digital age, I always ask this, we only met over the phone. We never actually did a Zoom call or
yeah.
met face to face. What allowed you to trust that, I was going to be able to provide the solutions that you were looking for?
I mean, it's just, hopping on the phone is great. Just hopping on the phone and being able to talk. That's how I judge everything. Like, if I can get on the phone with someone, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Zoom meeting. And this is what I do with my own clients too. When I get to know somebody that's maybe interested in my services, the first thing we do is we just hop on a quick call to, kind of go over where they're at, where they want to be, and just see if I can actually help them get there, which is what you're able to do for me, right? So we hopped on a phone call, kind of assessed, what I might be looking for, and just kind of went from there. And, it made sense to me. So, it's not like, a Zoom meeting is 100% necessary. It's nice, but, phone calls work just the same.
Yeah. So just generally, was it the information that you were getting that helped you to feel comfortable trusting, hey, this is actually going to be covered? What was it that helped to give you that feeling, hey, like I feel comfortable with moving forward and Andrew can actually help me to accomplish what I'm trying to look for?
Yeah, no, I mean, first of all, when I looked up online, I remember seeing that you had, I believe you had, experience and stuff. And so, just going off your profile, I honestly don't remember if it was a website or where I found you. That was just a while ago. But, when we jumped on the call, it's just, from the things that you're saying, you just, seem knowledgeable and were able to answer questions. And so that's the main thing.
Okay, nice. And the last question I got for you is, would you recommend me to friends or family, businesses? If so, why? If not, why is also a good question.
Yeah,
So.
no, absolutely. Like I said, mainly because you are able to, get me the information that I need and explain things in a way that's easy to understand. Because some of this stuff, at least to me, seems sometimes confusing. But also when I had issues or when I had troubles, like there's times when I was down in Miami Beach struggling with like the doctor and the system, and down there things a little bit different maybe than in Seattle. And just trying to deal with a new plan, you were very available and, easy to get a hold of and answer my questions quickly, and really provided a lot of help when I needed it. And so that's, I definitely appreciate that, and would absolutely recommend, other business owners or anybody that is looking for, something, some help with insurance, with health insurance, to use your services. So.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop